day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you aboard this adventure for Sunless Skies.
That was a bad pun.
You think of a better pun. Anyway, we are back here with Port Avon, and we can recruit a repentant devil. So, let's see what this is all about then. He's looking for passage. He claims to be useful. He doesn't ask where you're headed. Officers require a sign-on fee. Offer him a berth. He's repentant. There is no harm. This will give you a signaller who will raise your iron by 2 and your veils by 6, and your affiliation with the Academe by 1. But he costs 100 sovereigns. So, Christ alive, I can't get him. You're being put down, because if I remember rightly, there was treasures over here. And if there's treasures, that means we should be able to find something. So, let us really pray and hope that we can, because Jesus Christ, we need money. Because if I remember rightly, we need 3 of those seeds, and 3 of them, each one is 25 money. Which is bad. What the Christing hell is that? A ruined remnant. Some sort of lost palace in space. Requires assailing. What the hell is that? Alright, bat, find me something useful. There's something interesting there. And there's something requires mining. God damn it! There's another graveyard here. And what's this? A moment of reflection. Choose a facet and grow stronger. Scarred. A spell in prison. An interlude in red and gold. A scandal. A narrow escape. What the ever-living Christ?
Include me!
Okay, fine. So what do you think we should pick up?
The narrow escape.
Why the narrow escape?
Because it gives you more heart.
I mean, we do need more heart, but we also need a lot more mirrors and a lot more veils.
You can get veils from it.
You know what? Fair point. Your engine was nearly destroyed, but you lived to fight another day. You unlocked this when you survived your locomotive being reduced to less than 10 hull. Oh. This is actually a legitimate thing we can actually get. What's that? Vision of the heavens, a catch of the sublime, a catch in heart. You can acquire these at the ruins at Port Avon, and at the Winter's resident in Pan. Or, Tale of Terror. Do not share it with those of sensitive disposition. Acquire these from enemy loot and discoveries across the wilderness. What the hell does any of that mean? You lost your mind once. They put you in a splendid hotel managed by a cheery gentleman who would determine when you could leave. How colourful the guests were, how red the curtains, how gold the fittings, how secure the lots. Eventually you were allowed to leave. But was your recovery genuine? We could choose a scandal. You were the gossip of London's salons and the target of blistering editorials in the Gazette. Mad, they said. Bad, they said. Dangerous to know. What was the incident that exposed you to buffering winds of public opinion?
Since when have you ever cared about that?
That is a very true point. I'm guessing that both of these... So this is the special one, then. This is the special one we just get. So, you walked through the Valley of Death, through the Valley of the Shadow of Death. How was it that it changed you? It emboldened me. Carpe diem, it's death's shadow that gives life its luster. You have learned to be cautious. Death awaits in the sky, kept at bay only by a few inches of plating and the fires in your engines. I mean, we get the same things either way, and We do kinda need more veils, so... You know what? Let's say we learn to be more cautious. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Time to put you back down again now, because we got a thing to fight, I think. So, what is this? Attacky Scout. Right. Oh, there's more money down here. More drilling. It requires more drilling. How the bloody Christ do I get drilling? A spidered signal box, foggy with webs. Once it was part of the Lambine is a bad line. An old folly. I can abandon the prospect. Deliver 3 more to complete this prospect. Oh, so I don't actually have to deliver them all at once. Oh, that makes things easier. I suppose... Oh, yeah, turned on cruise control. I suppose we can just be on our way then until, you know, we find something. We just used our next pile of... our next box of supplies. A is saying, is that like a skill I get, or what? No clue. I haven't a clue. Alright, Port Avon. I would thus love... I'm gonna back into you. Slowly. Surely. There we go. We're going to dock. We are going to buy ourselves another seed. And then I suppose we can go to all of the places. No! We have a thing to deliver. We are going to go deliver it. Away we go! Enough reading. We've had more than enough reading on this adventure so far. It is time for us to make our journey outward to the stars, into the heavens, and see what it is we can delve to find.
Maybe something to sell so that you're not broke?
And maybe I should sell you, just so that I don't have to deal with you anymore. Lights in the distance, a stoker begins to sing a ballad about the chimneys of New Winchester. Well, you say that, but what's in this direction? Something. Something interesting. Young's found. Okay. That looks like some sort of lighthouse. I'm gonna run out of fuel and supplies before anything happens, aren't I? Let me guess, requires analyzing. You're low on fuel. The high wilderness is cold. Once you run out, you'll only have a few opportunities to remedy this before you freeze to death. You can buy more at port, and I don't have any way to buy more at port because you don't give me any way to make money immediately. Well, actually, you do, but of course I would spend it, most of my money, on, you know, what am I calling it? Fixing my damn ship, so that when I then go back to the place where we buy stuff, I don't have enough. Where is it I'm going? Lies west of New Winchester. Well, I'm certainly left of New Winchester. Ooh! That looks like just legitimate supplies. Ha-ha! Oh, thank the Lords, more supplies. You give the order for half rations to eke out the last of your supplies. Yeah, but could someone tell me where the hell this dock I'm trying to get to... What's that? A platform? You give me an opportunity to make money, but you don't tell me where I need to go to make this money. A distant clamour of engine yards and an erection of smog and low steel. What the ever-loving hell is this? The Victory Hall. The Assembly, a coalition of independent-minded settlers, coactly known as Tacites, gather and argue here. Deliver port reports here to receive wards and win the Tacites' favour. I'm not a Tacite. I am a loyalist. They can go to hell. I actually don't think I went west enough. But you know what? I'm going back to New Winchester. Because I'm going to do the smart thing. What is the smart thing, you might ask? Well, that is very simple. We were, right here, we were given 2 guns. And very clearly, we need to sell one. If we wish to survive. So, I can sell the reclaimed Marauder Mangalel for 100, or I can sell the Jerusalem for 50. As sad as it is, I do need to sell that. As much as I really don't want to. Just because I need the money. Just for supplies. I'll take I'll take 1 supplies. And your new engines. And you're what I need. You're what I need. My god, why is everything so expensive? Okay, so, here's the deal. Back to Port Avon. We're going to buy the final seed. And then we're going to go to the place. And, you know, do something. Actually, wasn't there something I could claim from New Avon? You know, it's peaceful being a train conductor. The wide open skies. The horrific nightmares ensued with just, you know, existing. I'm gonna wonder why it's a train, not a boat, though. Because we're kind of sailing through the skies. You don't, you know, truck through the skies. Port Avon. We have returned. And we have very little to no supplies. So, you know, as can be assumed, screw me. And I'm not gonna sell my fuel. Now we're gonna go and try and find the place which I can sell this stuff to make money so that I can feed my crew. That's the goal. Make the money to feed the crew. And then the crew will be happy to go on adventures. Another form of grave. Requires analyzing. I can't do that! So stop giving me crap like that! I'm sure this will be significantly easier the moment we, you know, find all the ports. But until then, because we have no way to find the ports, not enough supplies to justify using the bats, we're kinda just a little bit screwed. You know? Also, why the Christ in hell are seeds so expensive? What, like 3 days worth of supplies is, whatchamacallit, 40 gold. Yet a single seed is 25. Like, what the ever-living Christ in hell? Well, it says west of New Winchester, and well, this is west, so it is what you said, right? Purchase 3 sacks of verdant seeds from the bazaar at Port Avon. Sell them in the bazaar at Magdalene's port. Avon lies southwest of New Winchester, while Magdalene lies west of New Winchester. So, yeah. Looks like it's just this way. Somewhere. We have no supplies, game! Please have the port appear! Something's folly. The sky here is cold and watchful. Driver, is that it? No, it's different from the one we... Something to crave. There's something down there, is there? Well, that's the best lead I got, and we're starving to death, so... Hurry up, you stupid train! Speed up! Like... How am I meant to survive the early game if this is what the early game is? How am I meant to survive the late game if this is what the early game is? Oh good, a wreckage. Okay. The wreck gleams with frost, its windows are dark, its engines silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. Mourn the dead, it's proper. Signal the wreck. The windows of the crew quarters are occluded with frost. But what's that movement you saw? You unlocked this with 10 crew. You needed 10. I mean, sure, why not? Your signaller fetches their signal lamp and flashes a patient message into each port side window. There, hands banging at the glass from within, a wild-eyed face. You dispatch a boarding party. They retrieve a survivor who is eager to sign on. She proves to be a hard worker. However, her reckless laughter and stories of horrid, haunting things she saw from her frosty window do not improve morale. Gain supplies, but gain terror. What the ever-loving Christ is that?
Probably the thing from that new guy's stories.
Yes, that's why we need to kill it. Game. Could you please explain to me why I'm not shooting my gun? Look, I have a gun equipped. Shoot it. Oh, I have to right-click. Well, fun! The cold takes you. Die. Well, that was quick! Thanks, game! They managed to reclaim the Orpharian. The bank, after the funeral expenses, passed on what was left of their estate. Though possibly inaccurate, a copy of your predecessor's chart was discovered. When all this was done, you would be a wiser person than the previous captor. Fucking doubt it! How the ever-loving Christ was I meant to deal with that? First, you don't give me enough supplies to complete the first mission. You don't give me enough money to be able to complete the first mission and do the supplies. You don't give me enough ways to make money to be able to do the first mission and get supplies and fuel and all that. And this entire thing was fucking bullcrap. None of this matters. I'm just going random, Captain. The only thing that needs to change is that he has a top hat. Sure, he can be a professor. Why not? No, he can't. He has to be a lord. Parafox the Second. Let's do this. An esteemed predecessor, a disgraced predecessor.
Disgrace!
Shut up! An earlier captain in your lineage is subject of ridicule and rebuke. This is unlocked because another captain preceded you. Tarred with your predecessor's brush, many doors were closed to you. Where did you find acceptance? Or an esteemed predecessor. An earlier captain in your lineage is held in high regard. Some of your predecessors' shine rubbed off on you. It opened doors, expensive doors, with bright light. To the romantics. To the tale of your predecessor appealed to them. Misunderstood, they said. Ahead of their time, they said. Tragic, they said.
Pathetic, they said.
I hate you. Alright, we're gonna go with that. So, what do I have on my ship? Oh, so I don't even get the fucking seeds now. I literally have nothing to my name to be able to do anything. And we're all fucking gone. There's nothing to do. I'm actually fucking pissed off now, because I don't know how the fuck I'm meant to continue. What am I meant to do? I have no money. I have no way to make money. There is no way to make money. Oh, you need an urgent delivery of seeds. Oh, it's not like it. Seeds cost 25 sovereigns each for some fucking reason. I literally have no fucking clue what I'm meant to do. I don't think there is anything I can do now. Do I get my bat? I do get the bat. So, what do I do? I can't complete the trading opportunity. There are no fucking seeds. There's no way I can buy the seeds. The supplies run out way too fucking quickly. I forgot to grab the opportunity, it's why I went back. Wow, what a nice waste of little resources. I guess I'm screwed even further now. What's this? The devils of Carlon are experimented with a new penance involving close harmoning singing. They request up to 5 gourds of chorister nectar, which is considered a vocal pancella by opera singers and actors. Carilla lies to the northwest of Winchester. That doesn't explain where I get it. So you know what? Fuck it, let's just go exploring! Hey, Parafox the First doesn't seem to be able to find anything because he was spent too much occupied with his time doing nothing, actually. Flat out nothing, because he couldn't fucking do anything. Let's figure out what the Christ we're meant to do. Because I haven't a clue. Could you not fly directly into me, you idiot? I'm exploring on the railroad in the highest skies. I have no idea what I'm looking for. There's nothing out here to find. I'm exploring on the railroads. There's nothing at all here. No way to make money. We're all fucked in the rear. You know what, Bat? Go find me something. What did you find? A railroad! You found a place! Jesus. That's impressive. After much flattery, your Bat admits to having found something. Polmear and Plenty's Circus. Here's the dock captain, the signaler declares. Can you just get onto the dock, please? Okay, what do we have? A travelling circus has settled here, too afraid to go further and too afraid to turn back. It's clanking, gaudy in locomotive salvages such audiences as it can from the nearby homesteads and delivers them for an evening of shabby, desperate, big-top magic. Oh, you sell seeds, do you? Oh, whoop-de-doo. It's not as if I can actually fucking buy anything with 17 money! Do I just have to kill everything I see? Or should I better say, fail to kill everything I see? Okay, there's something deep and far over there. Man, that bat actually moves quite quickly, apparently. So, let's just go see what... If it's not clear, I'm actually annoyed at this game because... What am I meant to do? What the Christ is that? That looks like a marauder. Yep, that's a marauder. Oh god, that's 2 marauders. Okay, oh... Heart made you shoot your friend. Ow! Don't make me hit the rock as well. And can the frame rate stay consistent? Well, one's dead, I guess. Okay. We get to live today. Please tell me that's not another marauder. The marauder defeated. Board the defeated marauder. What is this? The crew of the marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns, but knives and small arms fire. The only survivor is the captain, locked in the brig with a bottle of brandy. Chalk eyes stare back from every wall. While he ran out of chalk, he began scraping them in with fingernails, little remains of bloodied stumps. Seen this before, Captain, says a crew member, grasping your arm. Sky madness. Magdalenes can treat it, if they can be bothered to take in the poor sod. The High Wilderness is crew. This could be an easy one. This could easily be you one day. Begin a short quest. Okay. The crew wrap the sky-maddened captain in blankets, then secure them tightly with belts. It takes 4 to transport him safely to your locomotive. He might not be happy restrained, but it should keep him from harm until you get to Magdalene's, this mysterious place which lies to the northeast of New Winchester. What? I was told it lies fucking west! At least get your damn game straight! The captain secured. You have a moment to see whether there's anything of worth on this locomotive before abandoning it. Okay. We can loot the hoard. Loot the hold. Sure. An intriguingly bulging sack. How pleasantly it rattles. A stopper full of... A stoppered vial falls out of the sack. After sufficient shaking, a collection of gathered disappointments that someone might be willing to pay for. Who? What's this? Explore the captain's den. Your iron gives you a 99% chance of success. Or gain sovereigns. Why the fuck can't I do both? You now have Salon stewed gossip. The cabin door did not survive the onset of your guns. Nor did the captain. You tread carefully. The carpet will not be saved. A few scorched documents sit on the bronzewood desk. They make for an interesting reading. Apparently London had a need of a few brave captains willing to bring fire to the Tacites. You would not have expected the signatories of the orders. Okay. Sure. So can I find this place? So yeah, you tell me first you tell me it lies west, which is over here, and then you tell me it lies northeast, which is over here. Can you actually make up your mind? Or, you know, fix this journal while Magdalene... Does it change locations? Because that said fucking west before. I'll bring up part of the video that points out that says fucking west. While Magdalene lies west of New Winchester.
While Magdalene lies west of New Winchester.
Okay. I need to calm down, because this game is beautiful, and I want to enjoy it. But currently it seems to have shown me so much complete fucking BS that I can't. And that's always my problem with games, when it shows me complete utter fucking BS! I can't make money physically fast enough to supply my crew. What the hell is that? A wonder. You approach the memorial of the unknown rat. One by one, your crew remove their hats. Thanks! Hey, Bat, can you now show me where the port is? The edge of the wilderness, surveilled by vigilant watchtowers of New Winchester. I'm trying to find this random place which totally exists. Somehow I'm gonna find it. I don't know how I will. Who would live here amongst the mists and moaning wind? A homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relinquish the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. This homestead is almost hidden beneath a growth of wild, sprouting foliage. As if it were a victim of a fairy tale curse. The flora of the reach is difficult to tame. The settlers that dwell here are struggling. Trade them some munitions. Oh, I don't even have munitions. I gotta leave. You are briefly without terror. No one who lives in the wild is likely to welcome strangers. Ow! Oh, fuck's sake. Did you just charge me? Jesus Christ! Okay. Okay. What do we got here, then? Huh. Find a sky story for a tale of terror. Or a tale of terror. Honestly, I'd like to gain some I got no hope of that. I'd like to gain some hull, please. For that stupid entire thing. Another scarred casualty of the immeasurable Winterside War. Okay. Entered through the shattered screens. Stripper for repairs. Stripper for repairs. I don't care. I just need to bloody survive at this point. I've learnt this. I've come to accept this. Where the ever-living Christ is this fucking dock? Apparently there's a dock over there. I just need to combat better. And that involves using the dodges. And sometimes just accepting you just need a rammer. There we go. Okay. Combat. This is how we survive. I'd like to gain sovereigns, please, because the last time I got an unusual object, it was fucking worthless. I gained 25 sovereigns. That's enough for 1 seed! I almost have enough for some supplies! I hear more shooting. Hello? The Perkins corpse. You have learned from your experience. Can we stop at Magdalene's, Captain, the stoker pleads? We've been too long in the sky. A new port, Captain! You're Oh, don't allow me to hit that! The fact that exists is stupid. Okay. So, Magdalene's, the place which demands seeds, which are obscenely expensive for no fucking reason. I honestly feel I should just restart the game, because I think dying before I can even complete the first quest, and then on the respawn not being given enough resources to complete the first quest, is a little absurd. So, anyway, Magdalene's House of Small Comfort. The Omatic Chambers treat your nightmares. For some cases, sleepless nights lost in formless terror of persistent... Treat your terror. What do I need to do? Request a treatment for guilt. You are not sinless. This will provide a unique encounter and lower your terror. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone to treat this sky-maddened pirate. Here we are. Magdalene's House of Small Comfort. The glass spires of Magdalene's pierce the clouds like swords. Shadowed figures can be seen moving through the gleaming corridors, their identities obscured by hued glass. Crowds of skyfarers, ministry officials, and merchants mill about the forecourt, in varying degrees of distress. All watch the clock set in the great clock tower, waiting for their appointed hour. Okay. And Magdalene's is a popular destination. Someone will no doubt be interested to know how things are here, and who has been seen here. I mean, I should probably do that. Deliver the sky-maddened pirate. The nurses bring a stretcher to the sky-maddened pirate from your train. He'll receive the care of Magdalene's finest. At least Magdalene's finest has a sense of charity, given that he has nothing on him to pay for their ministrations. You escorted a sky-maddened pirate to Magdalene's. The sky-maddened pirate is no longer aboard your locomotive. Your terror remains unchanged at 0. You gain 100 experience. You now have 1 vision of the heavens. Whatever the bloody Christ that means. A meeting with an amenable host. The founder and master of ceremonies at Magdalene's. He has requested you by name.
Sounds like a quest.
Yeah, it does. And we do need those. So let's go see what this is about. An attendant escorts you through the dazzling violet corridors. The host's red door is always open. The attendant leaves you just as the clock begins to chime. The amenable host reclines on the couch of crushed velvet, a goblet of sparkling wine in his long fingers. Somewhere in the tower above him, the great clock ticks away. As a policy, the host's Atrium is always open to guests. He is available to hear opinions, friendly criticism, and suggestions. Today he has a headache. His schedule is busy, but he's willing to clear a little more time for a skyfarer such as yourself. Listen to his request. Unlocked when you do not have an unwelcome truth. Okay. His voice is soft and sibilant, like butter melting in candlelight. A guest has become rather too attached to a particular attendant. He always requests the same attendant appear in the exact same guise. The amenable host's lip curls in distaste. He reiterates the aim of Magdalene's, a place of healing and respite. It was not meant to feed It was not meant to feed obsession or self-indulgent self-loathing. This guest brings sickness. I would have him purged. I have a dossier on our guest, if you're interested in helping. An unwelcome truth. The amenable host would like you to talk to about a difficult guest. Okay. Take the guest dossier. The amenable host has requested help removing a customer who is blurring the boundaries of healer and patient. The host smiles indulgently. I'm so glad you want to help. He produces a thin silver of pages and passes them to you. I'd recommend taking on the role of one of our attendants. That way you'd be playing the role of someone significant to him. The amenable host sighs, reaching for his goblet. He knows all of our attendants by voice now. Someone new is needed. That's fair. Okay. So, I need to go to the House of Small Comfort. I deal with the Lacamo's guest.
So we kill him?
I mean, that's one way to deal with him, but we'd prefer if he could just leave, Alistair.
He can leave as a corpse.
Maybe, but that's not the good way of doing things.
If we kill him, we can take his money.
That might be the good way of doing things, then. He's standing on the threshold of the treatment chambers, his hands trembling. The attendants on duty have been informed about your involvement. How do you plan to deal with him? A treatment chamber has been emptied for you. Should you wish to adopt a guise from his past? Alternatively, he is standing right there. He does not seem to have noticed you, his eyes instead boring through the doors of the treatment rooms. Approach this directly. Disguises have caused the poor sod enough trouble. Disguise yourself as his mother. She drove them apart once. An attendant will help you with the wig and makeup. Another with the voice. Disguise yourself as his lover. The attendant normally on duty is more than happy to assist you. Anything as long as it gets rid of him. You know what? The direct approach is probably the best approach. Yes, direct approach, best approach. The locker room's guests widen as you approach. Has there been a problem? You invite him to sit. Stiff brandies are ordered. You recount your own share of heartbreaks and tragedies, how you found yourself here, and you make clear that despite all that, you will be leaving. He nods slowly, and after a shake of his hand, walks away towards the station. He does not look back. See? Best way.
Where's our money?
Maybe the host will give us our money. Speak to the amenable host. An attendant escorts you through the place to the guy. Let the amenable host know the guest is gone. The host smiles beautifully. Of course my staff will be pleased. It is a risk of our trade when our clients can no longer separate identity and illusion, but seldom pleasant. He sighs deeply, echoing around the chamber like a newly freed dove. It is a trap any of us could fall into. His face darkens briefly. Here, take this. He fishes around beneath his couch for one of his goblets. It'll fetch a pretty penny. It'll fetch a pretty price. Take it with my thanks, and do visit us again. You have done the host a significant favour, and earned 100 money. There's our money, Alistair. Now let's make a report about this place. To earn a reward, hand your reports in at the Indolent Veteran at the Hall of Victory, or the Pudent Secretary at the Company House. Both docks are near New Winchester. Right. Got it. So what's in the shop? Seeds. For 80, and we can't get any here. Oh, that's what we sell. Oh, we sell each one for 80. Oh, Jesus, that's actually a big profit. I have no supplies which I need. There's one. If I buy another, I can't buy the seeds. So, I'm now going to put you down. We are going to kill whatever's outside this place. Assuming that's a person I can kill. And we're going to go back to one of those places and buy those seeds. Okay? Okay. Or, you know, I'm just going to get caught in the crossfire between two other fights. And while these fights are going on, I can now loot the corpses! Pillage their stories for fuel and supply. The Takatis favour scrappy, versatile engines that, when not skirmishing with company vessels, can serve double duties, traders, messages, or transports. I'll just search the cargo, please. A solid crate, stamped and carefully sealed. It is heavy as a dead man's weight. What could it be? A gunner sniffs just before the lid is wrenched open. Gunpowder, they assert before assuming responsibility for the opening. Once the lid was being carefully prized off, the case is gleaming with an arsenal of ammunition. Sealed powders and cautious weaponry is laid to bear. This will fetch a handsome price. The heavens do not lack for murderers. Mangled Takati nameplates remain unchanged at 0. Hey, I want that loot. My loot. Shoo off. I don't care if you killed it. If the navigation keeps secrets, they are here. You may gain an unlicensed chart. Raid the hold for unusual cargo. The massive guns of the dreadnought have finally fallen silent. The hulk hangs in the firmament like a shed spider skin in a web, viewed from the vantage of the sky. Its sides are scored and open, its windows scattered. Smoke bellows from its blind eyes. London will not see what transpires here. Dreadnoughts are the bane of all smugglers. Surely they keep their best finds to themselves after all, wouldn't you? Yeah! Probably. Let's do that. A Lacaday's trinket box. What could be inside it? A figment mirror has been stored inside. Something moves as you look inside its silver depth. The air is briefly filled with the sound of cicadas, the pouring of water, the hiss of milk. Charred stovepipe nameplates remain unchanged at 0. You have one moment of inspiration. Okay, so I found a guy on my way down here, and in that process, I should probably level up. Wow, that's a lot of options available to me. What do I get? Worst things happen at the Z. A lost love. A mentor. A narrow escape. A colludery. -1 nightmares. What's this? You unlock this by having affiliation Bohemia at 2 or more. Fair. You know what? Let's have our narrow escape once again. And what did we learn from it? Carpe diem! Carpe diem. Live life to the fullest. So we got those munitions, which give us the option to trade it down here with whoever the Christ was down here for whatchamacallit, bronzewood. We can then go to Port Avon, buy the seeds, sell the bronzewood back at New Winchester, and then use the bronzewood to buy supplies and fuel, hopefully, to get back here. That works! Hopefully. Hello, Mr. Sky Maddened? Would you like to please not try and kill me? I kind of rather like being alive. I mean, sure, murder yourself. I'm good with that. I mean, I get the loot either way. I don't have to get the kill to get the loot. Loot the hold. Random treasures. What could it be? Money. That's enough money for more supplies right there. And fuel, actually. Alright, what else is down here? That's the lighthouse. Cold and flinty part of the sky. Miners dug too deeply here. Hey, you wanted to trade! What gives? Oh, fuck, I'm screwed. Actually, no, I got 140. That's enough. That's enough. Yep, I thought so. I don't like the fact my supplies are constantly going down. Even while fighting the marauders. The fuel, maybe. But you'd think all hands would be on deck when you're fighting something like this. I don't have the supplies to deal with this. I don't know how the Christ I'm meant to get the fucking supplies to Dude, fuck off! Okay, he's gone. Excellent. What do we get? Health. We'll take health. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So I didn't get my bronze wood. Great. However, I think a homestead. What do they want? It's abandoned. Settlers who live... Here is an abandoned homestead. Its roof sagged, its windows empty for glass. For every settler that makes life for themselves in the Reach, another is lost. Maybe they left something behind? I don't care about terror. I got supplies. Now if something comes out and attacks me. Okay. Okay. What do we have? If we go south... We've little food now. Soon hunger will begin to bite. That comes from being poor! I am Parafox II, and unlike my predecessor, I have done something he never did! I completed a quest! Okay, what is this? A touch of the skies. Skyfarers exposed to the haunting light of the stars are prone to sudden obsessions and erratic behavior. One of your engineers has taken an oath of utter silence. He refuses to speak or make any sound at all. He has gagged himself, wrapped rags around his feet to muffle his footsteps. He refuses to employ either a wrench or a hammer. He is not, as it stands, much use. Keep their hands busy. Send them back to work. Keep their hands and their head busy. Partial success. You know what? That's the best I've ever done. You administer a stern word and reminder of their duties. They return to work, but their obsession continues to prey on them. Your locomotive's efficiency suffers as a result. It's a good thing I'm right outside New Winchester. We have enough fuel. We have enough fuel. We have enough fuel. We have enough fuel. Get into the dock. Get into the dock. Okay. Okay. We are good. Good. So what can I find in the bazaar, then? I can buy some fuel. I can buy some supplies. And still have enough money left over to buy all those seeds. How the ever-living Christ are you meant to buy one of these? What is that, fuel efficiency? Okay. Okay. So, we have fuel, somehow. We have supplies, somehow. I can sell those... whatchamacallit. I can sell this jumble of distinguished souls. That works. Okay. You buy a lot of... I could have sold that bronze wood for tons. Damn it. I can also sell the crate of supplies. Boom. Excellent. More supplies, more fuel. Boom. Excellent. We're making profit. A scrub clerk begs a moment of your time. I represent Halebridges, the banking house. Okay, I represent Halebridges, the banking house. I promise this will only take a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. He produces a folded contract with a flourish. We hear promising things about you, my lord. Very promising indeed. We would like to extend our services. We would provide a secure solution for your storage assets. Absolute discretion and steadfastness upon death and behold. We only need a signature. The offer is entirely complimentary, I assure you. At Halebridges, we measure ourselves by quality of our clientele. This will unlock a bank vault, allowing you to store and withdraw items at any hub port. That sounds amazing. I am certain that this represents the beginning of a long and warm relationship between ourselves and your lineage. May it endure. I'm sure it fucking will. By the time this series is over, we'll probably be on the 20th version.
Only 20?
Good point, Alistair. We'll probably be on the 50th version.
Only 50?
Now you're pushing it. I bid you good day, sir, my lord. You may access the bank in the central port of any region. You will find it in the list of areas on your left-hand menu when docked. Click to transfer items between your hold and the bank. You will be able to access the contents of your bank from any hub port. If your captain dies, the contents of the bank will be inherited by your next captain. Excellent. Now, let's see. Mr. Menagerie is passing through New Winchester. A tattered poster by the station advises the services of Mr. Menagerie, purveyor of fine scouts. A tattered post by the station advertises the services of Mr. Menagerie. An accompanying picture displays a tall, cloaked figure, slightly stooped, clutching an array of adorable little beasts, close to its long chest. A pile of cages looms out the smog. You can buy scouts from Mr. Menagerie, but he will move on after your visit. Okay. The cloaked figure looks up as you approach. Its garnet-hued eyes gleam from the darkness of its hold. Scouts? It rasps, kept hopefully, in its voice like a cleaver and a welser. We trade scouts for things and stories. It leans closer to you. We're leaving soon. What? Purchase a star-smitten bat. It nestles in the crook of Mr. Menagerie's neck, burbling happily. Its eyes gleam with pale fire, like one who has looked into a star too long. The star-bitten bat has good range, returns after finding one discovery, and conveys little information about what it finds. It requires mirrors of 25 or more to use. Wow! A ratonaut! You have unlocked this by having know the ratonauts. Okay, so these are interesting looking pets. Well, I got nothing to get from there. And I've been recording for over an hour now. I mean, yes, most of it was just me raging at the fact I can't actually bloody do anything.
Other than kill marauders.
Apparently except that, Alistair, but I had no way to know that. Plus it's extremely risky, and I can't do it properly very well yet. But anyway, hopefully we won't have to, as we'll just be going down to Port Avon, and then back up to the top, get the money, come back here, put it all in the bank, and yeah, we'll see what happens from there.
Simple plan!
It is. So, everyone, it looks like, unfortunately, I'm all out of time for today's episode. So it looks like, what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today. I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, Good night.
Alistair Sundays are so dead.
Shut up.